Good evening. I have the time as 7:30, so I will call the public hearing and regular business meeting of the Mayor and Council for the City of Snellville, Georgia, Monday, February the 9th, 2026 to order. We do have a quorum. All council members are present. We're going to start tonight with our invocation to be led by one of our Board of Appeals commissioners, Betty Ann Kuhlman.
Let us pray, please. Our dear Heavenly Father, we're so thankful to live in this great country in the city of Snellville. We're thankful for our mayor and council who so willingly give of their time and energies for our benefit. Bless them as they make decisions that impact the entire city, that they may have your guidance, that their decisions may be in accordance to your will. Bless us as the new projects around the city proceed, that we may disseminate information to the citizens that will help them to understand the process that we're in to build a better city. Please bless former Councilman Kurt Schultz as he recovers from his recent surgery. And also bless his wife Gretchen, recently retired from the council, with an extra measure of patience. We again thank you for our many blessings and ask these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Betty Ann. And now for those who are able, if you will stand for the pledge to the flag to be led by Councilmember Rochelle Brown. And now we have two things under ceremonial matters, and we will start with a recognition of the 2025 Volunteer of the Year Award for the Snellville Active Adult Center, which was awarded to Miss Yvonne Fenn. Yvonne was born and raised in Grayson, Georgia. She has been an active member of the center, participating in the Thursday Coffee Talk program, assembling the bi-monthly newsletters when needed, working at the bake sale every year at the Fall Festival, and cheering weekly for the bowling group at Stars and Strikes. Yvonne also serves on the advisory committee, where she picks up and brings other members as well. She is often referred to at the center as our Uber Angel. She has earned this title because she regularly transports several of our members that no longer can drive. Yvonne is also a longtime member of the New Canaan Baptist Church in Lawrenceville, where she can be found each month cooking for their monthly luncheon. She is a real joy to be around. She has such a big heart for others and is willing to lend a hand to our center or give a lift to our members whenever she can. We truly appreciate all her efforts in helping us offer successful programs by making sure that those who normally wouldn't be able to come are there to participate. The Active Adult Center is so very fortunate to have such an outstanding volunteer as Yvonne. It is with great pleasure and sincere appreciation that on behalf of the City of Snellville and the entire Parks and Recreation Department that we're presenting this most deserving award to Ms. Yvonne Fenn. Please join me as we congratulate her on winning this award. And Yvonne, if you'll come forward so that we can present this for you.
Anybody else wants to come up and take a picture?
Yvonne's whole family came out to support her tonight. Our city truly runs on volunteers, and I tell you, it's between the Parks and Rec Department and the Senior Center, the Active Adult Center, and our experience Snellville and all the events that we do out there, we just could not do what we do in this city without our volunteers, so they're very special to us. And then next we have a proclamation. This has become an annual proclamation. We're so appreciative of Kimberly Goodlow for keeping this front and center. She does so much work on raising awareness for health issues. And we have Proclamation 2026-02, Go Red for Women, American Heart Month. Whereas cardiovascular disease kills more women than all forms of cancer combined, and yet only 44% of women recognize that cardiovascular disease is their greatest health threat. And whereas the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement was launched in 2004 with the goal of raising awareness and fighting a woman's greatest health threat, cardiovascular disease. Today, Go Red for Women not only advocates for the health of all women, funds life-saving research, and educates women across the United States and around the world, but is committed to removing the unique barriers women face to experiencing better health and well-being. Whereas with the knowledge that 80% of cardiac events can be prevented with education and lifestyle changes, Go Red aims to encourage all women to make a commitment to take charge of their own heart health, as well as those they can't bear to live without. And whereas as part of the American Heart Association's initiative to raise awareness of cardiovascular disease, the month of February is recognized as American Heart Month, and the first Friday in February has been recognized as National Wear Red Day to encourage women to go red by wearing red, living a healthy lifestyle, and spreading awareness of heart disease to other women. And whereas to raise awareness of an often overlooked facet of heart health, February 22nd is observed as Heart Valve Disease Awareness Day to increase recognition of these specific risks and symptoms of heart valve disease, improve detection and treatment, and save lives. Now, therefore, I, Barbara Bender, Mayor of the City of Snellville, where everybody's proud to be somebody, do hereby join with the City Council and the citizens of Snellville to proclaim the month of February as Go Red for Women, American Heart Month, and encourage residents to participate in Heart Valve Disease Awareness Day and to go red to raise awareness for heart disease and the steps we can all take to prevent it. Proclaim this the 9th day of February 2026. Kimberly, do you want to say a few words, and then we'll do the pictures?
Okay, thank you, Mayor Bender, and your entire council for supporting the fight against heart disease. On this Thursday, I will celebrate my 17th heart valve replacement anniversary. I thank God for giving me the strength to share my journey, to share the highs and the low moments of my journey, to raise awareness throughout the community, and to encourage patients to take one day at a time, develop a relationship with their physician, focus on their blessings, and never lose hope. Thank you so much.
And now we'll move to the minutes. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes from January 12th, regular meeting, and the minutes from January 22nd, special call work meeting.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor, please raise your hand. It is 6 in favor with none opposed. The minutes have been approved. We have no invited guests, but we do have a committee or department report. We have a report tonight from our Snellville Youth Commission. I'm not sure who's going to present it, so I'm going to turn it over to Esther.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, and members of our community. My name is Esther Dewa, and I have the privilege of serving as the Youth Director for the Snellville Youth Council this year. Tonight, I'm proud to introduce our Youth Council student leadership team. And since the start of the school year in September, these students they've been amazing. They worked really hard. They mirrored exactly what mayor and council does on becoming student leaders. They went through the election process. They had campaigns. And I wanted to kind of give them a shout out at this meeting as well, so you guys know them, not just by their face, but by their name. So first, I would like to introduce our student mayor, a senior at GSMST, Day Kibi. Student Vice Mayor, he's not here today, but our senior at South Gwinnett High School, Abdul Kolawole. Our Outreach Coordinator, a senior at Brookwood, Thomas Woodna. Historian, senior at Brookwood, Wabel Ayele. The next ones are not here, but I think it's still important to know their names. Initiative Development Lead, she's homeschooled, and her name is Serenity Shaw. And our social media and digital design team, senior at Brookwood, Jasmine Kitt, and a junior at South Gwinnett High School, Amira Halele. I think this is really important for you all to kind of see that they do mirror mayor and council. They went through the process, and if everyone can give them a small round of applause. To give you a snapshot of what we've accomplished so far this year, our student mayor will share highlights from September through January. And at this time, I'm going to pass it off to him, and he'll tell you what we've been doing since September.
Good evening again. My name is Day Kibi. Thank you, Mayor and Council, as well as our esteemed guests. I have the honor and privilege of serving as the student mayor for the Snellville Youth Council, formerly Snellville Youth Commission. In the month of September, we hosted our inaugural meeting where we inducted 21 new members into SYC in this very same building. This is the most SYC members we've ever had in SYC history, and truly marks a pivotal point in SYC history and kind of showcases the growing of the organization. In October, we hosted our candidate forum where students in SYC invited candidates running for council, some who are now elected, into the SYC building, where we asked them about their plans for the city and the future aspirations that they had. In November, we hosted our Improving Your Digital Brand, where SYC students were led through a short seminar by SYC advisors Rodney Lumpkins and Richard Vornell about how to improve your digital brand and how to improve as young leaders. This was also the meeting that we broke out into our newly developed mentor sessions, where SYC students are actually grouped with SYC advisors to have personal kind of one-on-one connection and talk about some of the things that we don't really get to address in large group meetings. Following this, in December, we hosted our holiday mixer and also donated supplies to the Teens Homeless Shelter, The Positive Impact. And in the month of January, we continued our Juneteenth preparations, as well as we hosted Mr. Akbar Ali, the youngest member in the Georgia House of Representatives, to discuss the impact of youth in politics, and also to kind of model how even us, some of us are seniors and juniors, we do have the ability to get into official city and state positions as young as soon as we finish college. Him coming to the SYC building and actually speaking to us was very remarkable and impactful for a lot of SYC members, and I think it truly showed students that there is a path and their voices can make an impact in the near future. Thank you.
I hate to put her on the spot, but Ms. Christy Linsky is here, and she is the founder of the Snellville Youth Council, formerly Snellville Youth Commission. And before she passed the torch on to me, she did say she wanted Snellville Youth Council to be a world-class organization. And I say this to say, later this month, our Youth Council will also have the opportunity to visit the Georgia State Capitol, where students will observe the legislative process firsthand and engage with state leaders, further developing their understanding of civic responsibility and public service. I believe Shegun Adeyina, he has agreed to sponsor our trip. So we will be leaving on Thursday, February 12th at 7 a.m. and we will return to Snellville City Hall at 3 p.m. And I think it's very important to showcase that only because Snellville is not known everywhere. Everyone doesn't know where Snellville is sometimes when you do speak to other people. So for Snellville Youth Council to be able to take Snellville out of Snellville and take it to Atlanta, I think it's a remarkable opportunity. And I hope to come back to report out to you guys, to tell you guys about who we met and what connections we made so that we can further Snellville Youth Council and actually create the world-class organization that Ms. Linsky dreamt for Snellville Youth Council to be, and it will be one day. Thank you.
Going to the Capitol is just an incredible experience. It's a world unto itself down there. So I know that's going to be a great opportunity for all of the students. Thank you all for your great report, and we are always so proud of our youth council. Now we will move to the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the agenda.
There's a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Is there a second? Second. With the motion and a second, all in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. We have nothing under public hearing or consent agenda or old business, and just 3 things under new business. We have item A, consideration and action on approval of the 2026 Snellville Tourism and Trade contract. This is an annual contract that we do every year with Experience Snellville so that they can continue to one, they receive the hotel motel tax that the city receives on its hotels to help fund the events that they put on here in the city. And then in exchange for that, they put on some really awesome events all year long. So with that explanation, is there a motion?
Motion to approve the 2026 Snellville Tourism and Trade contract with an amendment to Section 3, changing the $16,000 amount to $18,000 to establish public safety for our events.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments by council or discussion? All right, then I will call the question. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. So Kelly, you're good for 1 more year. We have item B, consideration and action on approval of the updated City of Snellville brand guide. Matt, do you want to give a little overview of this?
So what the brand guide is the city's brief guide to how to use the city seal, how to use the city logo, which is the acorn, what we call the acorn logo here. It also talks about we have an approved font that we use for our logos and a secondary font. And so we're asking council to approve this brand guide. So we'll continue to make the transition, all of our official documents, website, all that good stuff.
Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to approve the brand guide, Snellville and State.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
With a motion and a second, any discussion by council? Then I will ask for the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. And item C, I'm nominating Councilmember Rochelle Brown to be the Snellville Youth Council liaison for the City Council to the Youth Council, and asking for council to confirm. All those in favor, please raise your hand. That is 5 in favor. Any opposed? Nope. Abstaining? with one abstention. Very good. And that ends our business meeting for this evening, so we'll move to council reports, and we'll start with Councilmember Catherine Hardrick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good evening, everyone. And now I would like to greet you in Spanish. Hola, buenas noches. And happy Black History Month. Thank you for joining us in person, and thank you for those viewing us post-recording via YouTube and on your local cable network. I would like to congratulate all of the recipients tonight, Ms. Finn and Ms. Goodman, for their hard work and the things that they do in the community, and for bringing awareness to the American Heart Month. I also would like to thank our Snellville Youth Commission for all the work that you're doing and that you are currently doing, and what you would continue to do. And I look forward to hearing from you on February 12th of all the things that you will do when you go to the Capitol. I'm excited, and I hope you get a lot of support from the city on that event as well. I know Mayor said we need to keep it short. I'm gonna keep it short. I just wanted to congratulate Councilmember Brown for her appointment. She currently works with the Snellville Youth Commission, and she has a great rapport with our young leaders, and I saw it only fitting for her to continue in this role. And I look forward to supporting my colleague in any way that I possibly can with working with her in the future regarding our future leaders. I know on January, we had a lot of things going on in the month of January. I had an MLK Day food drive on January 17th, and it was a huge success. We served almost 20,000 pounds of food to people in need. And I wanted to just thank our sponsors, some of which are Let 'em Eat, Gwinnett Sheriff's Department, the Church on Main. We had Snellville PD there, and a host of other individuals. So I want to say thank you to the donors and volunteers as well. And a special thank you to the citizens who actually entrusted us to come through our line with their concerns and with their issues, because it is a challenge for individuals to ask for help. So I want to thank those individuals for entrusting us to treat them with dignity and with respect. And not only did we feed their body, we nurtured their soul with prayer and in words of encouragement. With that being said, I also want to thank my colleagues CJ Pitts and Rochelle Brown for spreading the word. They also had their events on that same day, and they made sure people came out to the MLK event. So I want to say thank you for that. And the last thing I would like to leave you with is we had a bunch of training events this weekend, and we had retreats. And during those retreats, we were able to take tours with the city of Duluth and the city of Suwanee, and we were able to talk to their leadership to see some of the challenges and wins that those cities actually experience with their growth. So it was very informative, and I really appreciate that. The one big takeaway is we want the citizens' input. Your words, your concerns, your values are important to the process. So it's very important that you participate in this. Your input is desired, it is encouraged, and it is needed. So I encourage you to please reach out, let your voice be a part of the conversation, because you're the ones that put us here, and we're here to do the work for you. So thank you so very much, and get home safe.
Thank you, Kat. And now we'll go to Councilmember Brown.
So first of all, I just want to say it's an honor and a privilege to represent the youth of Snellville. I don't take that responsibility lightly because they will be us one day. So I look out and I see Christy, and she created the path for the future. Thank you, Councilwoman Christie, former Councilwoman Christie. You set the bar high, and you've established something that will be a legacy here in Snellville, so thank you. I wanted to bring light to this right here. This is the Snellville Spirit magazine. that goes to I don't know how many thousands of households. But I got it and I looked at it and I said, it says honoring our past and inspiring our future. 1776, Snellville looked a whole lot different. 2026 is what's inside of these pages. This is leading up until now. When I look in here, I see the Snellville Police Department that did their Shop with a Cop, sponsored by the Citizens Police Academy, I believe. If I'm wrong, I just know that I have got to go to the Citizens Police Academy. I see what in honor of, this is February, this is Black Month. I see a young man who's an attorney that represents what our future young men, it gives them a role model to look at. I see my legacy, Mr. Pennsylvania John, antiques and stuff, and it makes me smile because when I see it, it's like I see him sitting in the back supporting Kelly all the days of his life. He did it with a smile and he did it with a great heart. And he left a legacy here in Snellville for many, many years to follow. I look at that and I look at Lawrenceville Antique and remember the foundation started with him. So when we're talking about the past, I'm looking through these pages that goes to everyone, and it really represents what Snellville is. I can sit here, go on and on and on about the different things in the pages here. I see Gretchen and Kurt, the founders of our community garden. And not only did they found it, they've built a sustainable legacy for many, many years. So as we sit here as a diverse culture, a community that has built a place to last, everything that we need is right here. I think it's 20 places to go. So if you're bored, she gives you every month, there's 20 places for you to go. You can even go to church because there's an address in here. If you want to go to church, if you want to get some wine, but more importantly, the Walk for Peace that I talked about, this was a really, really, really monumental event, and it may not ever happen again. But guess who was out there capturing it? We were jumping over tables and through hoops, and people were mad at us trying to get through to get this moment to put in this book. So I want to say this, a lot of work goes into this for the residents. A lot of work has went into this to bring us from 1776 to 2026. So if you have these, don't just leave them under your mail. Don't just leave them under like the bills and throw them away. Open it up and see the pages of Snellville. Because she creates, I can't say she, her entire team. I've served alongside of her team, and everyone in this community that volunteers their time to do these things and bring Snellville an experience. It's not just you come here just to go to Food Truck Friday. You come here and you experience community and culture. So thank you. Thank you for accepting and allowing me to be a part of the blueprint for the next generation.
Thank you, Rochelle. And now we'll go to Councilmember Pitt.
Thank you, Mayor, fellow council. As always, it is a blessing to be here. It is a blessing to be here. I'm in the I'm in the mindset today to walk quietly and carry a big stick. So unless somebody have a question for me after this, my only council report is to continue to love on each other. I think Mayor Bender hit how do you say, head on the nail, nail on the head. Someone got hit in the head about volunteering, right? So I'm going to always say this is what we are talking about in Snellville. We are a volunteer community. It's how I got up here. But I had to go through the volunteer side, and it was thousands and thousands of hours, but I can put it in because I was retired. So, like I said, other than that, I hope everyone have a blessed night. Snellville Youth Council, we see you. You have a great leader, both as a student, Miss Esther, and now Miss Brown. So we know what you're all about to accomplish, and I'm here for all of it. Miss Linsky, I don't know if you knew you was gonna get this much love, but we see you. There is no Snellville Youth Council without her. When Rochelle Brown, my apologies, when Councilman Brown stated that it is her who started this legacy, and I want you all to look at her. Oh yeah. And when you go to our council and you see our council, look up the makeup of our council. And from that point, I want you to understand that as long as we're in the fight together, no matter who you are, what you look like, if you're doing it together and you're here to love on each other, then there's nothing that we cannot do together. I apologize for that. That's all I got.
Thank you, CJ. Councilmember Heatherington.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Esther Day, your leadership team, I am very confident that I can speak on behalf of former Councilmember Lenski and say that she is so proud of you. She's so proud of what you've done, and she has full confidence that you can lead these students to be who they need to be the future leaders for us. We are very grateful to have you in the city. Also, I do want to mention, Rochelle alluded to this a few minutes ago, Citizens Police Academy starts in March. It is a very hands-on way to learn what our Snellville Police Department goes through, deals with, how they handle traffic stops, building searches, driving under the influence calls, all of that kind of stuff. These classes are on Thursday evenings from 6 to 8 p.m. They begin March 19th and run through May 7th. You do not need to live in the city limits to participate, but you do need to pass a background check. Applications are on the city website. You can just go to snellville.org and search for Citizens Police Academy. It comes right up. It's the very first link on the list. Applications do need to be notarized and turned in at the police department before March 12th, which means I need to go tomorrow and get mine turned in. And then, as Kat said earlier, we did have our annual retreat this weekend, 2 days of meetings. And one of the things that City Manager Matt Pepper went over with us is some of the milestones from 2025. And I'm just going to share a few of them because there were a lot. We did a lot in this city last year. Began construction on the Briscoe Park Community Center. That is a project over 20 years in the making. And the city was able to earn almost $1.5 million in federal and state grants to help pay for that, which that alone is a milestone in itself. Entered into a sewer agreement with the county. Gwinnett County, Mayor Bender went to bat for us with the county to get them to help us pay for some of the sewer work that needs to be done in our area to help facilitate a lot of the growth that you see that's happening around here. So much has come online in the Grove, restaurants, the brewery, lots of events last year, lots more events to come this year. City Clerk Melissa Arnold led her team to facilitate another very smooth election cycle that led us to the council that we have before you tonight. The Active Adult Center that's right next door has just short of 800 members. That's a lot of people coming into this city to participate in events in that building, and that's very exciting. And not the last thing that we did, the last thing I'll mention is that we did hire Jan Harris as our Downtown Development Director. She is facilitating, organizing a lot of the events over at the Grove. I, for one, am very, very excited to have her. She's a dynamic personality that's going to do a great job down there, and that's not piling another 11,000 projects on Kelly McAloon. She can keep her stat stuff and does not have to take on an entire new venue. Again, thank you all for coming out tonight. Christy, if I was wrong in what I said to Esther, call me later. I probably will not issue a correction. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie, and Mayor Pro Tem Carter.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody, good evening. Kudos to Snellville Youth Council once again. You guys are champs, absolutely. Firstly, I'd like to welcome two of my mentors, former Councilwoman Christy Lenski and Mayor Pro Tem Todd Warner. Without you guys, I would not be sitting here behind this desk right now. Snellville did a great job in Give Hunger the Boot. We've collected over 600 pounds of food so far. There's probably another 150 pounds sitting out there in the bin. I'll take care of that tomorrow. They are very, very appreciative. It seems like about 2 weeks ago, first of all, I'd like to welcome a special guest that are here. I'd like to mention and thank Reverend Luis de Sousa, who's here today. Augusto es mío, conocerte. Thank you. He recommended that I attend the meeting that was held at Morehouse College for the ASANGA, which is the Association of Angolans in Georgia. I had no idea that the Angolan community has such a great impact on not only on Snellville, but also Gwinnett County. In fact, when I actually contacted the President Rosario Samao, he requested that I become the keynote speaker. And this was truly a great honor, and I didn't know what I had to say, and he said, we love your city, we love Gwinnett County, we want to know all about Gwinnett, we want to know all about Snellville, we want to come there, we want to do business here, tell us all about Snellville, which was kind of easy, actually kind of easy. But it seemed as though that I went to this meeting and there were very, very high profile people. Not only President Samao of the ASANGA organization, but I actually had a chance to sit next to and speak with the Vice Consul of Angola, who's headquartered in Texas, in Houston, Texas, and also sit directly in front of the Angolan Director of Tourism and Trade. And I mean, I was extremely humbled. And these folks had a busy day. It was a long day for them. And I spoke to the Angolan Director of Tourism and Trade, and he insisted on coming to Snellville, insisted on coming to Snellville. So after their long meeting and long day, we all jumped in our vehicles and we came here and we met in our little room over here with the Vice Consul, the Angolan Director of Tourism and Trade, also State Representative Sagun Adeyina, and State Representative El Mahdi Holly. We had a tremendous meeting, tremendous, and their Director of Tourism and Trade met with our Director of Tourism and Trade, and what they want to do is establish business relationships with Snellville, not only with Snellville, but also with Gwinnett County. It was humbling, it was huge to know that there are people in this country and in this world who think Snellville is important. We know it's important because we live here. We feel it's important. But when you have people on the world stage, who think that this city is important, that's humbling, and I think that everyone in Snellville should be proud of that, because Snellville is you and is because of you. You'll probably hear from them, some of them later. Highway 78 project is moving along. I spoke with the commissioner today. She came all the way down here from McDonough to speak with me and our Director of Planning and Zoning, Jason Thompson, and realized that we do have a problem at Highway 78 and North Crestview, and she's going to do whatever she can to help come to some resolution for that intersection. And that just about completes my report. I am so happy to see all of you here. I see you, Miss Rosa. Thank you all for coming. Take care.
Thank you, Norman. And as several of the council members alluded to, we did have our planning retreat this weekend, and we did extend it to 2 days. So Friday we took the council to the city of Duluth and the city of Suwanee to look at development, and city of Suwanee treated us to a presentation about how Suwanee developed and the steps that they had done. And then Saturday, we were downtown with our, with the retreat and talking about future development and, working through council issues. And I think it's great. We're all still up here and talking to each other. So I view that as a successful retreat. But really, I think it was a great and productive day, and look forward to us continuing on the work of the city council. And with that, I'm going to close my mayor's report, and we will open the floor to public comment. Anyone would like to come forward, state your name and address for the record. 5 minutes on one topic, please.
Oh, only 5.
Only 5.
Kelly McElwain, 2916 Overwood Lane, Snellville. Just want to thank Mayor and Council for your continued support, supporting the STAT contract another year. Of course, we will do our very best to bring Snellville the very best in all that we do. And I appreciate you too, Councilwoman Brown, for bringing up the magazine. Our editorial board, which consists of the mayor, which consists of Brian Arrington, Perry Cox, and myself. We do work very hard on that magazine to get a lot of information in there for the residents. And being in 7 visitor centers in the state of Georgia, it has to have some tourism in it, so we have to go outside our scope of Snellville to be in those visitor centers. But when the visitor centers call and say they're out of the magazines, it's pretty awesome to say Snellville's magazine is out, can we have more? So we currently print about 27,500 magazines. 24,000 are direct or mailed to Snellville, Grayson, Metuchen, Lawrenceville, and Loganville. So very excited. Also want to say thank you, Councilman Carter, Mayor Pro Tem Carter, for inviting me to the Angolian delegate meeting. It was very informative. I was very excited and look forward to some good things happening from that meeting. So anyway, but wanted to thank everybody. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor and council members and distinguished guests. My name is Rosario Mafani Simao, and I'm the president of ASANGA, the Association of Angolan in Georgia. Georgia has been a home to several thousand of Angolans with a strong concentration in Gwinnett County. And ASANGA represents the Angolan community in Georgia. ASANGA includes families and professionals who contribute daily to our local economy, workforce, and the cultural diversity of this region. Many of our members live, works, and raise their family here in Gwinnett County and the city surrounds like Snellville. Our mission is clear. Our mission is to connect, to empower, and integrate our community while building a strong partnership with a local institution and the city leaders. We focus on cultural education, civil engagement and small business support, youth engagement and development, and community events that promote unity and inclusion. Over the years, ASANGA has organized educational forum, cultural celebrations, and dialogue between cultures. We believe diversity is not just something to be celebrated once a year. We believe diversity brings a cities like a Snellville vibrant, welcome, and economy resilience. Today, we're here to express our interest of building a long-term partnership with the city of the Snellville. We so appreciate for the opportunity to the Angolan make this city a home, and we're working towards every day to be the bridge between a country, Angola, with a city like Snellville. We want to show this as appreciation to giving us the opportunity to make this city, this town, as a home. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. This is huge. Run the Reagan is February 21st. Please, I'm president of that organization, and I'd be killed if I didn't mention it. Please join Run the Reagan. Sign up, runthereagan.net. Join us at the race. We'd love to see everybody there. Thank you.
Anyone else? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
With a motion and a second, all in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. We are done tonight. Thank you all for coming out.